It's time for Inside the Patch with your Las Vegas Raiders. Here's Gnarley Charley.
Well, we're back again with Inside the Patch. You've been a United Raider fan for 2 weeks now. So really, you're 1-1, right? So, in your personal record.
Yeah, I feel pretty good about my 1-1 record, because it's better than 1-3.
Right.
Right.
And that's
so.
Brian Noe is with us. Now, I know that you're on the road this week, and that's the different look you've got going over there.
Yeah. So I'm in. Take a wild guess what city I'm in, Gnarls. I don't even want to give it away like that. Where do you think I'm at?
I think you're in Butte, Montana.
I am in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. So I have to make that distinction right there. I always say this in college football, Gnarly. If you can't name the nickname, the school is garbage. You know what I mean? Like if I say the Notre Dame, of course, Fighting Irish. If it's the Clemson Tigers, right? If it's Incarnate Word and you're just drawing a blank, like they stink. They're no good. I feel like that with cities. If I say Boston, you know the state. If I say Sioux Falls, it's like, So it's not a metropolis here is basically what I'm telling you.
Why is there a North and South Dakota? I mean, can we just Dakota just once? Is there a real big, is it like, I don't know, is there a civil war going on there? Why is there two sides?
I do like the consolidation standpoint you're coming at this with, because while we're at it, the Carolinas, let's just make it Carolina. Why do we have North and South? It's still half the size of Texas. Even if we consolidate, let's just get rid of North and South over here.
Well, if we're going to cut it up, we might as well go to, what about West Dakota and East Dakota?
Yeah. I'd feel left out. I'm going to go to Mount Rushmore tomorrow with my girlfriend. Yeah. That's on the far west side. What's West Dakota think about that? They've got Mount Rushmore, and here we're sitting in North Dakota or South Dakota. You bring up a great point.
That's true. Maybe that's the dividing line. Each president is in a Dakota, and we go from there. Accordingly.
I like this. It's one of two things. We either consolidate the Dakotas or we remodel to East and West Dakota, right?
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Why don't you ask around? You might make some people upset, but I don't know. I just don't understand. Like, you know what? This is way too much Dakota. Let's half it. Let's just half it.
And think about it. If you look at the states in the middle of America, very rectangular. We need something that's like a little bit more lengthy and less width. So let's split the Dakotas right in the middle, West and East Dakota. I think you're onto something.
I think it's going to be big. Well, the funny thing that you said you're going to Mount Rushmore, and I thought, oh my gosh, that is the key to the Raiders. We need to Rushmore. And I think we proved it this week.
Well, hey, man, they're in the win column, Gnarly, and that's what matters most. And it was enough. It was enough against the divisional opponent, too. So that's even better. If you're going to get your first win of the season, might as well be against the divisional rival. So that matters more. And you think about some of the losses that they've had this year. You don't want to lose to the Chargers. That one stung in week 1. But you think about the other 2 losses. You lose to the Cardinals, lose to the Titans. I mean, if you're picking who you want to lose to, it would be the Cardinals because that's an NFC team. So if you could pick the one team that the Raiders beat, you'd probably pick the Chargers because more people are expecting the Chargers to go further than the Broncos. But your second choice would be the Broncos, so you got that going for you.
Well, okay. I feel like if we don't win this game this week, we have zero shot at winning the division. If we win this week, we have a shot. There is a shot to actually win the division.
Yeah, I would agree with you. There definitely is a shot because if you win and you move up to 2-3, Chiefs are 3-2, and you have the head-to-head win against them. So yeah, you'd be right in the thick of things. And who knows if you got even luckier and the Chargers lose at Cleveland, which is possible.
Right.
Well, they would be 2-3, same record as the Raiders. But, yeah, the point is they need to win. They need to beat the Chiefs. Yes.
Right. No, that's all good stuff. Okay. That doesn't even matter. I guess my point is, I mean, I see Mahomes and I see him make these plays that are so ridiculous. I wish he wasn't in my division. I have to not like him. And I'm so impressed. And
I know it. I'm right there with you. Look, man, I wish I had some good news for you. I got nothing when you bring up the quarterback situation, because Mahomes in that division, and it's the best quarterback division in the NFL, easily, with Derek Carr and Justin Herbert and Russell Wilson, along with Mahomes. There's no other division in football that has what the AFC West has at the QB position. But there's still a big gap between Patrick Mahomes and those other guys. And if you look at Derek Carr is not a bad quarterback, but there's a big difference between him and Mahomes just in general. But if you look statistically this year, you've got Mahomes. He's number 2 in quarterback rating, trailing Tua. How crazy is that? Tua Tagovailoa has the best passer rating right now, but Mahomes is number 2. Derek Carr, let's hold on. How long is this show, Gnarly? I'm scrolling down, trying to find Carr. Scrolling. Oh, he's 21st. He's 21st in passer rating at 83.2. That's just not going to cut it, man. He got to step it up.
But Mahomes, I mean, he does things that have never been done before. He has reinvented this. I mean, and it's like no problem. Like a shortstop doing some flip trick play.
It's amazing. It really is. That throw on Sunday night against Tampa, where he rolls to the right, spins away from a dude, looks like he's going to run at the last second. I don't know, it was half shot put, half Kareem Abdul-Jabbar sky hook. It was amazing, the touchdown pass.
I just go, did he plan that in his head? He probably at any time can just toss the ball anyway. I mean,
it's crazy. Yeah, it is. It's one of those deals where you're kind of like, wow. So we don't have that. That's what almost every team in the NFL is saying. We don't have that.
But not everyone's going to have that. And here's the thing. With the Raiders now, we still could win. We can't get him so relaxed to where he's doing that. I don't need to see him playing the best game of horse I've ever seen in my life.
Well, and that's the other thing, man, is Tampa's got a really good defense. And he made Tampa's defense look silly on Sunday night. Now, the thing is, he's not going to do that every single game.
Right.
But when you see the Chiefs at their best, it's just like, wow, there's not much you can do about that.
I mean the tight end or fullback lined up as the quarterback. I was just like, Mahomes is doing hey, look over here. And all of a sudden, someone else takes the snap and scores. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
We've got our work cut out for us a little bit.
Yeah, that would be it'd be a tall task coming up here on Monday Night Football.
Can't do it. I'm just saying, I'm aware of what's going on over there. And I'm like, whoa.
Well, and think about this. I'll go glass half full with you here, Gnarly, because I'm a beacon of positivity. I would like that to be known. Yeah, but think about the game before. What happened with the Chiefs? They scored 17 points at the Colts.
Right.
Like that's the Colts' only win. They beat the Chiefs. So it's the NFL, man. Crazy stuff happens all the time. And when you see the Chiefs look all world like they did against Tampa, there's a tendency to think that's who they are all the time. And it's just not. That's just not the truth.
In other weird news that happened in NFL, somebody interviewed Amari Cooper. And for whatever reason, I don't know if you were familiar with Cooper when he was on the Raiders. He just looked like he wasn't having fun. He would run 75 yards and he just had a sour look on his face. Mm-hmm. They asked him, who's your favorite teammate of all time? And without hesitation, he goes, Derek Carr. And I'm like, what? I thought he left because he wasn't feeling it with everybody. And I was just like, I don't get it. Then why'd you leave? Come back.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not sure why that happened. He might have had it sound like good rapport with Derek Carr and still wanted to go somewhere else. But yeah, he could still have love for D Carr.
I guess the slap in the face for me is like, I thought you guys I thought he hated him. And that's me not knowing. I don't know. I don't know what works in Amari Cooper's head, but he never seems happy, you know?
You know, maybe it's a little bit like, you know, I'm sure you've dated someone a long time ago, Gnarly, and things were kind of tough and it just wasn't going to be a great fit and all of that. And you move on, you might reminisce and think about some of the positive times.
Right.
And what do they say? Absence makes the heart grow fonder. Maybe with Jacoby Brissett throwing him the football, he's like, yeah, I love D-Car. I don't know.
Maybe I want my Spinal Tap laser disc back that you stuck up me. You know, okay. So we're moving forward. We're going to stay half positive. Now our glass is South Dakota full. You know, we're almost there. We here's the thing. We ought to buy it after this. So we're Monday Night Football this week. Monday night, the lights.
Mm-hmm.
In Arrowhead, where we beat him before. And then we drove the bus around the stadium and made fun of him or something. I don't know. That was a problem.
Yeah, bad idea.
But so I guess as a Raider fan and as a hopeful, I do want to see the defense play both halves. That would be great. I like to see Josh Jacobs run like he's run. I like to utilize him. I didn't notice that Derek Carr ran a few times. And he just usually do that, you know?
Right. Got to pull out all the stops over here, Gnarly. You know, it's getting to the point where we got to pull out all the freaking stops. But I like what you're talking about with the bye week coming up after the Chiefs game. So think about this, man. Things can change so quickly in the NFL, where the Raiders, just going into last week, they're the only winless team in the NFL. Now they got the win against Denver. They're 1-3. They could somehow get the win against the Chiefs at Arrowhead. Crazier things have happened.
Level playing field.
They get to 2-3. You got the bye week. And then look after that. Texans, doable. Saints, doable. Jacksonville, although improved, doable. Colts, doable. You got 4 very winnable games. If you're able to scratch to 2-3 before the bye, there's a lot of football left to be played.
Well, I was thinking about this too. So let's say the next 5 games we win 4. Well, then we're 500. I mean, we are in the hunt.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, you'd be right there. You'd be you'd be even better. You'd get to 5-4 if you win 4 of the next 5. Yeah, we're even better than 500 at that point.
So that's a positive. So I want us to fight. I want to fight hard on Monday night. And you know what? Raiders, they used to run this stat all the time out. America's winningest team on Monday Night Football.
Uh-huh.
We have that. Till Brett Favre and a few other games just took that away. But we didn't lose on Monday Night Football.
That's right. Yeah, hopefully the magic comes back. I'm just embracing this whole thing. I'm throwing out we's, we're, us. I'm here, man. I feel great after the first silver and black knighted win.
And you know what? There's a group called the Knights of the Shield in Fresno. It's the biggest Raider group. And I think you might have to join them now because you are a United Raider fan.
I'm up for it. I would like to know. I envision, and I mean this as a compliment, I envision the opposite of a dress code. You know what I mean? Like if you go to a nice club or something, hey, you can't wear a hat, like with none of that. Like if you show up to this place that you just mentioned, like in a suit, they'd be like, no.
Yeah,
You gotta
Raider fans have multiple logos. and I am a Raider fan, but man, the Halloween stores are out right now. So you're going to see a lot more abundance of skulls and crossbones and eye patches. It changes the game, you know?
I don't get this, Gnarls. I don't understand how Raider fans wear any other color than silver and black. I just don't understand that. It's the sharpest combination in the NFL by far. I don't know why you're not rocking that every single day. I don't know why you're not getting married while wearing a silver and black tux. I don't know why you're not going to any type of function without rocking silver and black from head to toe.
All silver and black matters.
It's like
I stand by that.
First day of school. I don't know when you're delivering a baby. What silver and black? Baby is born silver and black.
What's my favorite kind of gorilla? Silverback. That's it. All the way. We should have been the silverback gorillas. That if we have to ever change mascots, that would be a bad one to go with.
I look like you. You're wearing the silver and black today. You look tremendous.
Yeah. Well, black is slimming too, and that's it helps me that way.
Another benefit.
Another benefit to being a Raider fan. All right, so this week we have the Chiefs. Anything that stands out that you feel we need to do? What is the one thing we need to do?
You need to have Derek Carr be a lot better than he's been. I mean, that's the bottom line is you can't have Derek Carr like week 1, throw 3 interceptions like he did against the Chargers and expect to go into Arrowhead and take down Mahomes and company. They're just too good. So I think that Derek Carr has to play a sound game. He's got to be special. And then I think that you can't allow these chunk plays to the Chiefs, and you try to keep everything in front of you, make them earn it. If they go down the field, nickel and diming you, okay, all right. But you have to force them to not make any mistakes because even the best of them do. Even Mahomes he's not, a robot out there. He's prone to making mistakes as well.
The times I've seen Mahomes lose is when he had people in his face. And I think if Crosby and if that rush can get in there, It can be a game changer. And if they do score, we just got to match it. We cannot, no 3 and outs. Can't.
Right. No, that can't happen. And you're right about the pass rush. Max Crosby, Chandler Jones. I mean, I drank milk today. There was a picture of Chandler Jones on the milk carton. Dude is missing. Like, where is this guy? What is he going to do?
But I think he's drawing more people too. So I think he's allowing things to happen. But I can't defend. You're right. I cannot defend it. I can't say, oh no, I'd like to see more for what we're paying him. That's all.
Yeah, you got to see more for what you're paying him. Crosby's got 4 sacks. Again, with the scrolling, scrolling down. I don't see anything. I don't see anything over here with Chandler. Oh, there he is. Chandler Jones, 0. 0 sacks.
He can only do better, right?
That's true. But I know this is a Raider show, but I said it from the beginning, man. He's more name than game at this stage of his career. Ngakoue, I'm not telling you he's, TJ Watt or anything, but he was just as productive as Chandler Jones was last season. And he's making a fraction of what Chandler Jones is making.
Oh, yeah. I know he's got that Raider game circled on his calendar. He's not real happy that he moved his family out to Vegas and then he left.
But this would be a great time for the Chandler Jones coming out party in silver and black.
That would be awesome. Actually, yeah, get him off the milk carton.
Right.
Let's get him off the milk carton this week and see what happens.
I like the keys to a win. Derek Carr, stop being horrible. That's Chandler Jones. Get off the milk carton, right? I think that's a pretty good 1-2 combo right there.
I think that's probably it. And
yeah,
take it back to where you're at, the Dakotas. They need to think about dividing up or uniting to be one Dakota.
Yeah, I like East and West Dakota. I like your idea.
Ask around, and next week, find out, just kind of throw it out to people and see how mad they get when we suggest, what about East and West Dakota? I mean,
it's sort of like Hollywood. What do they say? All publicity is good publicity.
That's right.
Who talks about the Dakotas? No one. What if they did something radical like the East-West Dakota thing? They'd get some pub.
I mean, they haven't. Dakota Fanning, she was kind of a big deal. That was, how many Dakotas? We need to get Dakota back.
I kind of like that too. You could go with West Dakota and then Dakota Fanning. Let's just really remodel this thing.
What if she ran for governor of Dakota?
I'm up for anything at this point. Let's get the Dakotas in the headlines.
All right, so who, as a new Raider fan, this season so far, who's the Mount Rushmore for the Raiders this year as of now? And I know Chandler Jones is on the milk carton, so he cannot be on the rock also. So he's off.
Yeah, can't be on the rock, being on the milk carton. I would have to go with Devontae Adams. Devontae we're hoping for more,
Right.
But 3 touchdowns. He's been solid. I'd have to say, what's crazy is Mac Hollins. He went ballistic against the Titans. Just otherworldly.
Nobody really knows who Jefferson is on Mount Rushmore.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say Max Crosby's got to be up there with his 4 sacks. And
I'm thinking Nate Hobbs, maybe.
Nate Hobbs has been very solid. I love a corner that loves to get up there and tackle. You can tell he loves to tackle.
Yeah.
He's the opposite of a corner who makes those business decisions.
Right.
You hear defensive driving on the road. He's an offensive driver. He's trying to make tackles as a corner. I love me some Nate Hobbs. Maybe, would you go with Nate Hobbs over Derek Carr? I mean, D. Carr's got to step it up. You can't be 21st in passer rating.
Josh Jacobs might have to be up there too. So we get Crosby, Jacobs. Who else?
Yeah. Devontae. Mac Hollins could go, but he's got.
We need Carr to be it.
We need him to be on there. If you don't have your quarterback on your team's Mount Rushmore, bad sign.
Yeah.
Gnarly. Really bad sign. And
if you go to Mount Rushmore too, I always thought that Pat Hill, he's a Fresno State coach, looked kind of like Teddy Roosevelt, like little Teddy in there. So
a little bit, yeah, a little bit there.
You're gonna do the whole learn it. You're gonna come back with some Mount Rushmore facts, right? Next week.
Yeah, I'm hoping for a couple of brochures. Maybe like some pocket binoculars. I feel like that would be nice of them to give away. I have no idea what to expect over here. Nothing. I don't know. I hope there's no pop quiz because I know football pretty well. If they're like, all right, let's dust up on your U.S. history. I'm like, oh gosh, this is a different department for me. It's not good.
Why don't you go kind of like if there's a group of people and you're all looking at it, they're all taking pictures, just turn into like a fan of Leonard Skinner and just go, you guys rock. Can't go wrong with that.
You could really change the dynamic of the mood there and be like, where's Trump? Where's Trump on this thing? Mood changer right there.
You can even go with the drug culture. Say, you guys are stoned, bro. Stone. You're made of stone. Right?
Have you gone there before?
When I was a little kid.
Yeah.
There was only 2 presidents up when I went.
There's like one and half of the other guy that was in the process of being chiseled.
Away, and then there was a cool museum and they had a miniature one in there, and it's like Stonehenge from Spinal Tap. I don't know if you saw it. It was like little.
Yeah, very nice.
It's cool, and the history it's cool. And you're in the Black Forest, and that's where ham comes from. So if you see some, grab some. Okay.
Yeah. I feel like it's going to be a good experience tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it.
Well, and like I said, find out about the Dakotas. We've got the keys to the win.
Yeah.
Raiders, Chiefs, Monday night. And Brian?
What's your prediction, by the way, Gnarly? What are you saying here?
I think Raiders are going to sneak one in.
Yeah?
Nobody wants us to win. Nobody thinks we could win. It would be an amazing game. It would be a close one, but it would be – I don't think it's that far off.
How about the score? What do you think the score will be?
31-28, Raiders.
Monday Night Magic.
31-28.
No more Mahomes magic. Monday Night Raider magic trumps Mahomes magic. I like it.
Mahomes down.
At the hands of Crosby.
Oh, yeah.
Because it sounds unrealistic to say Chandler Jones. That just doesn't even sound.
Kills Mahomes.
Yeah. Max trumps Mahomes, huh?
I like it. There's something there. something.
Yeah, I like it.
Hey, thanks, man. Thanks again for being on the show. Love it. Have a great time. And remember, Mount Rushmore rocks, dude.
Good hanging with you, bud. Mount Rushmore facts next week.
Love it. We'll see you next week on Inside the Patch.
We'll be back with more Inside the Patch on 1430 ESPN, your official home of the Las Vegas Raiders.